Hi, my name's Sally Lawson.
And I'm Neil Martin.
And today we're going to be talking about Facebook Live, this fantastic new thing that's appeared on Facebook, this extra little button we can press to do some pretty amazing things. And I'm talking to Neil Martin because he's been making rather a lot of use of this just recently. So then, Neil, what's Facebook Live? What is it?
Well, I think the first thing to mention here is actually, as we do this, we're going live on Facebook. So this is not only being recorded, it's actually being broadcast as we speak.
Pretty scary stuff.
And Facebook Live is the ability for you to grab your smartphone and go live to the internet. It's a fantastic new technology. I mean, you think back just a few years and getting live streaming video of you, you're getting live on the news even. You might just about get a live interview if you're lucky, if there's a journalist that's interested in what you've got to say. But it's not something that's going to happen frequently, is it?
And you need lots of gadgets to do it as well, didn't you?
Well, to do it yourself was impossible. It just didn't happen. It just wasn't possible. To get somebody like the BBC or ITV or whatever, or Sky News to interview you, you had to have something that was really relevant to a mass audience. You couldn't jump on and say, I've got something that's really, really interesting to, in your case, lettings agents. Because there's a lot of people who watch the news that aren't just letting agents, right? So unless it's something that's appropriate, that's actually relevant to everybody in the country or everybody in your region, it's really hard to get that airtime. But there's a lot of people out there who follow you. So for example, you've got about 5,000 people that could potentially be watching this live broadcast, and then on your other Facebook profiles and pages is like tens of thousands of people that you could be going out to right now, broadcasting live right now.
So I can think of some really great applications for that. I mean, for example, the budget, while the budget's going on, you could be actually live streaming during the budget, couldn't you?
Well, I was.
Really? Wow, tell me about that.
So it was announced, for those that are watching this from Sally's audience who aren't familiar with me, I have a business called Natural Juice Junkie, and I'm involved in the health industry, having been around 18 stone myself and had a huge long list of illnesses, and having kind of turned that around, I started sharing what I'd done. And this week when the sugar tax was announced, I think within about 15 minutes of that actual announcement, as soon as I saw that it had been announced, that was it, I grabbed my phone. There was no checking, have you had a shave, Neil? There's no, what are you wearing, Neil? It's like, I can't believe they've done this. I can't believe they've actually put this sugar tax in. I want to share my commentary on it. And it's famously Jamie Oliver's sugar tax, but I think I actually got on Facebook Live before he did. I mean, he did a live broadcast as well, but I think I was 2 or 3 minutes before him in terms of just grabbing my phone.
Wow.
And for me, the big point I wanted to make was, I think it's a great thing that it's being done, because I think we do need to do something to try and tackle obesity and childhood obesity in this country. But actually, I'm concerned about what it might lead to. Because saying actually we're going to tax sugar only in soft drinks, and it's going to take 2 years to come into play, that basically gives 2 years to reformulate those drinks, to replace the sugar with artificial sweeteners that have also been linked to all kinds of health problems.
So where's the value in your business of taking that plunge and challenging those fears? As I know a lot of people watching this will be thinking, oh God, this is frightening, live streaming video. What if something happens? What if right now somebody walks in and ruins this video?
Well, that's fine. It's real,
And do you think that's better than the whole edited, formulated, professionally shot videos? Is that?
Absolutely. In fact, for those that are watching live right now, we've got somebody holding the phone for us, so I don't know how many people are on there, but you can actually comment on this video while we're recording it. So, I'd love to know your opinion. If you're watching this video, please do comment that say, actually, I prefer live, real video to edited videos where someone can have a scripted, crafted message. I'd rather get the real thing. If that's how you feel, then stick something in the comments and tell us, let us know.
Well, I know one of the things I like to do when I'm watching a live video is, I probably because I'm female, I don't know, but I like to see what's going on behind the person. I actually really enjoy that, seeing what their house is like, what their office is like, what sort of furniture are there. I know it's probably because I'm a letting agent, I don't know, but I love that sort of stuff. It's a bit like the Big Brother theory, wasn't it, really? When that first came out, it was like, wow, we're watching people live. We don't know what's going to happen next.
Absolutely. I mean, this is, to some extent, technologies like Facebook Live and like Periscope and like Meerkat are your ability to broadcast your own Big Brother in a way.
Do you feel that?
But that said, I don't think any of us want to be making videos in the shower or on the loo or any of that
No,
kind
it's
of
a bit
stuff.
too far. But do you feel that because you're showing your audience, your followers, the real Neil Martin, do you think that they're feeling a little bit closer to you because they're seeing you warts and all, effectively?
I made a decision when I first kind of started to do more on social media than just my family and friends, that I was going to share what's going on in my life with people. It was a conscious decision. I would share what's going on in my life with people because I wanted to share the story of what I'd done and what I was continuing to do. I didn't go off and lock myself away for 6 months to transform my health. I carried on running a sales team in 4 different countries, flying around the world on business. I carried on doing that, and I wanted people to see that actually, whilst continuing the life I already had, I could still make these changes.
And what sort
and
of...
so now, sorry to keep going, but now it's kind of the same thing. I want people to see the real deal, and it's not perfection. I don't live in a perfect world, and I'm happy to share that. But it was a conscious decision, and I'm not saying everybody should do this. But if you want to really engage your audience and get them to know the real you, and similarly, if you want to learn about them, and really understand what's going on with the people that you're communicating with online, what better way to do it?
What sort of other adaptations can you think of for businesses? I mean, obviously you're inducing, you're about personal transformation. It makes a lot of sense because, when you're trying to lose weight, it's hard and you're thinking, I'm the only one that suffer these problems. And when you see someone else really suffering those problems, it sort of makes sense. But, I mean, I'm a letting agent, for example. How could I use it?
Well, let me give you a couple of really simple examples then. As a lettings agent, when you're looking for tenants for a property, let's say you've taken a new instruction. Now, what typically happens? Someone goes around, so they take photographs, they maybe take a little bit of video, then it has to be uploaded to a website, someone prepares particulars, all of that kind of stuff, right? It takes a bit of time. So from the point when you agree that you're going to be the letting agent for that property, you agree with the landlord, to when you can actually start to really communicate with tenants, there's a time lag. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And sometimes you've got competition.
What if you could get rid of the time lag? What if you could have a conversation with the landlord, you agree, you do the paperwork, and you can immediately walk into that property with your phone. I'm now live in the property that we've just taken onto our books, and I'd like to show you around. Now, there's a little bit of redecoration going to be done before anyone moves in, but I want you to get a feel for this fabulous property in this great location because it won't be on our books for very long.
I think there's going to be a few of our listeners making some pretty quick notes right now because that's a fantastic idea. I mean, imagine if you've got 3 people going out to value the property and you're the first one to get it live on your Facebook channel. That's awesome.
Well,
that'd be amazing.
And what if you could say to the landlord while you're there, by the way, if you're happy to go with us, I'm going to take a live stream of your property right now so that we haven't got the time lag that you'll get from other lettings agents.
Brilliant.
What if you can make that your unique selling point? And it's the same in many other industries. What if you're a chef in a restaurant, okay? And you've got your special of the day, and you just go live. We're just finishing the preparation of our special of the day. Here's what it looks like on the plate, and actually here's the first ones going out to the tables. And maybe even follow them out to the tables. What do you think, guys? Does it look good? Is that going to help to get people into your restaurant? Yes or no? It is, isn't it? Yeah. What if you sell cars and you've got a new model just come in, or if it's second-hand cars and you've just got one coming? You just film the car. We just had this great car come in. All we've done to wash it so far. We haven't done any other prep to it. And as you know, we like to prepare cars and give them a check over and everything else. But I want to show you it as it is right now because it's such a stunning car. It's not going to be on our books very long. It's not going to be on our forecourt very long. It's the same kind of thing.
But it's fascinating, isn't it, that we've come from all these polished, edited, beautiful videos to now literally, hi, my name's, and off you go. And it's such a change, isn't it? And I think a lot of people, they struggle in the mind shift that, it's got to be professionally edited, it's got to be perfect, and literally an iPhone. And I know one of the things, I make a lot of videos, I love them, and, I used to think, hair, makeup, whatever, but you know what, people don't care, they don't care anymore, do they? And that's really what you're saying, is just, it's about timing, it's about relevant content, and it's about getting it out there fast to the people that matter.
And here's 2 other things, specifically with Facebook Live, that I love about it. One is, people can subscribe to your live broadcasts.
Okay.
So in the top right-hand corner, and if you're watching this live right now and you want to subscribe, in the top right-hand corner, there is a button that says subscribe. You click on that, and whenever that person goes live, you get a notification on your phone. So, people clicking on this will get a notification that says, Sally Lawson's going live. Or Sally Lawson just went live. I can't remember the exact words. But first of all, there's a notification there straight away. So if I was a lettings agent and I've got a lot of potential tenants, I could say, look, what I need you to do is subscribe to the live videos on this particular page, and you might even create a new page for it. You know, it might not even be your main homepage. It might be, it might not be. But, you know, subscribe to the live feed on this page, and every time I'm viewing a new property, I'm going to go live in that property. So you'll be one of the first people, if you're subscribing, to actually see the new instructions that we take on.
Brilliant.
Yes, straight away, how cool is that? Here's the other bit that's really cool, is people that are commenting, you can see those comments in real time. Now we can't because somebody else is holding the phone, but you know, if you were doing it yourself, kind of in selfie mode as you're walking around, you can actually read the comments, which means people can ask you questions.
Right.
So if someone was to say, you know, didn't really get a good enough look at the kitchen, can you show us around it again? You can do that.
So it's a bit like a live webinar, really, isn't it?
Absolutely.
A live webinar stroke video all sort of rolled into one.
Absolutely. You know,
amazing.
if you were the car salesman, if someone says, "What's the mileage?" You know, so assume it's a used car. What's the mileage? You can just jump in the car and actually show them.
And how long has this been out now, this live streaming?
So it's been available for a small select group of people for a while, and I was lucky to get in on that and to be able to use it. There were certain criteria from Facebook where, in simple terms, they kind of had to deem you a celebrity. You know, you had to fit into one or two categories, and you had to have been verified by Facebook that you were genuinely that person. I was lucky to be in that category, so I've been using it for a little while. It's actually only been available to everybody for a matter of weeks. But it is now available to everybody. So whether you've got a personal Facebook profile or whether you're doing it on a business page, if you've got the Facebook app on your phone or the Facebook Pages app on your phone, you can just go into those apps. When you create a new post, one of the options there looks a little bit like a radar. You just click on that, you put a description of what the video is about to be, you hit go live, and it counts you down 3, 2, 1, and there you are.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you found this useful. We're going to be posting this video on Elite Room channel on YouTube. So if you want to watch this or any more of the videos, then please come along and subscribe to our channel. And for those of you online, we're signing out. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You get an average amount of views, but if you can create content that's actually about something relevant right now, it will explode. And you can have some pretty phenomenal results.